back to the last time we broadcasted from London. It was for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, and one of our guests at that time, one of our frequent guests over the years, the Tenors. They were here in London to perform for the Queen, in fact, at Windsor Castle, and to release their latest disc to the UK audience. Well, wonder of wonders, they're back for the Olympic Games. They're performing over at Canada Olympic House, just about 100 meters over that way. They've been performing a number of times their new Olympic theme song, their version of I Believe. So I wanted to talk to them about that, and also about the fact that for all the times they visited our program, I've never actually seen them or taken you backstage to see the Tenors get ready for a show. Well, all that's about to change. Take a look at this. I'm backstage with the Tenors, Fraser, Beck, Clifton, Remy, and they're about to go into a special grand hall.
That's right.
To perform at Canada Olympic House. So I've never been backstage to see the warm-up. So guys, I'm just going to stand back. If you were
you know, we don't let anyone. This is exclusive. This is very rare. She's like the fifth tenor. She's a soprano. That's right, exactly.
I'll join in. But how would you guys get set? How do you get set? Do you go over scales, or are you doing arpeggios, or what are you doing here?
Starts here with the throat coat tea,
okay.
And a good sleep is always very important.
That's right.
Yeah. And especially with these early morning gigs, because, you know, the voice takes some time to warm up.
You're about to go in and perform I Believe, which is your new version of the song that we all got to know from the Vancouver Games. Right. Tell me a little bit about your version, how people are going to hear it, because they can download it now.
We were approached by Alan Frew and Stefan Macchio, the writers of the song, and CTV to take another look at this amazing song, and we were so happy to be a part of it. And, we just wanted to make it very different. And with 4 male voices, already it's going to be, very different. And then we have the operatic voices and the high pop voices.
This is not the first time you've been involved, though, with the Olympics, because you wrote a song for the Vancouver Games about being in the moment, right?
Yeah,
the moment?
Your Moment Is Here was actually picked up for the Vancouver Olympics, and it was played on American television as well, which we were all very, very excited about. But, there's some great messages in that song, I think.
Yeah, it's just basically a song about, training your whole life and having that one moment to shine and having the love and the support of the people there for you, and just,
See, you would relate to that as performers. You have to nail it on stage at that moment, right? And they've been working for that race or for that game. So can you talk about how you share
we
that?
Actually get along great with the athletes, because there's a lot in common. It's like preparing for that race before we sing, doing the warm-ups, it's very important. Vocal health, what you eat, how you live, so there's a pressure that comes, the Olympics, one time in your life possibly, that moment has to be right, just like a performance, and so we could relate to the pressure that's there, and we wish them all the best.
Pan Am athletes.
Yeah,
they competed at the Pan American Games.
We were all athletes growing up.
Your track.
Yeah, I was definitely on the Canadian National Junior Track and Field team, and I went to the Pan American Junior Games. And I mentioned that yesterday from the stage because there were a lot of athletes there, and we got quite a warm reception for that.
I was a hockey player, and I played for quite a few years, and but then I got injured, and I picked up my sister's guitar, and then that was it.
I was actually on the provincial team for track and field. I was a high jumper. Went to nationals in 97, and you got 50
this
Canada.
generation's Greg Joy.
I tried, it's just that 6'2", I was getting a little shorter, than all the high jumpers.
He does the high jumps to the notes now.
That's right, exactly.
And your manager, Jeffrey, he tells me you play what with your son?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He was trashing you in the sports department.
Oh, you're gonna get it later.
You know what? I've always loved sport, and always involved in soccer, hockey, and all that stuff. And my son's really taken to it. Like he loves sports so much. So he's actually, I see him being an athlete more than a musician at this point.
There's a whole crowd waiting for you. I never had this conversation, but now I know how you're warmed up. And thank you for getting ready to
See the
go.
world's smallest piano here. Look at that. We've got our pitch.
We'll send you out.
Send you out with a little
Little Canada. Again, you're going to sing me out again like you did
Well,
for
no, you
Diamond
gotta sing
Jubilee?
with it.
Oh, no.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
I'm gonna go.
You're going to go, guys. You're on stage.
The IOC is waiting.
Your moment is here.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good show. Thank you. Remy, Fraser, Clifton, and also Victor, the Tenors, our frequent and among our favorite guests, and I was speaking to them just before they performed one of several performances at Canada Olympic House. Let me just tell you, they have a new disc coming out. They're releasing it in October. David Foster has produced it for them, and that just illustrates how their career is taking off since we first met them years ago. They were going in to perform I Believe, their new version of the Olympic song, so we captured some of that as well as we take a quick break from here in Trafalgar Square. More of the Tenors.